So I'm making my first dressing of the year for my sister's Friendsgiving dinner and for her birthday. And what I got in here is some chicken legs, bell pepper, onion, celery, seasoning, and butter. And I'm making my stock for the dressing. We're also deep frying some turkey wings. So what I'm doing is cutting the turkey wings into portions, and then I use every part of the turkey wing, and the wing, the actual wing part, I add it to this chicken so it'll make for a good stock. Let's get into it. I also added a hint of sage and a hint of oregano to just bring that earthy flavor in there. What we're finna work on now is getting these chicken wings seasoned. I got some Cajun season I'm going to inject into them, and then put a dry rub over the top and let them marinate for a couple of hours before we deep fry them. I'm cooking early so I can go ahead and get my portion out of the way. So I got them injected and I got them seasoned. I'm finna wrap them up in foil and set them in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. That stock is still cooking. Like I told you, the little pieces of the turkey wings is like that, what I was talking about, the little end wing parts. That's usable. Use that for your stock. And then I got some legs in there. I always use dark meat because dark meat has the best flavor. So that means your legs and your thighs. So I'm not going to give you the measurements because I'm not a measurement cooker. However, we're about to go ahead and get this, the first bake on the dressing done, which is just the cornbread. So you want self-rising cornmeal, a pinch of salt, just a tinge of not self-rising flour, but all-purpose flour, just a tinge. You don't want to do the half and half. You want mostly the self-rising cornmeal, and just a tinge, like literally, like maybe if I had to measure it, maybe like a tablespoon of the self-rising, the all-purpose flour, the salt, and then you're gonna put your egg in here and your milk, whip it up, put it in an oil pan, put it in the oven, let it cook. And just a touch of sugar too. You don't want it sweet. Don't nobody want no sweet dressing. But just a touch of, to balance it out. Just a touch of sugar. I'm at my sister's house. It's not my stove. But preheat your oven to 375. And let that heat up before you put that cornbread in there. I'm gonna put that in the oven. And then in the meantime, make sure you're checking on that stock. And taste your stock to make sure it's seasoned to the right tasting. Like, don't be afraid to taste your food while you're cooking. How you gonna know how it tastes? Don't wait till the end and the shit be nasty. While that cornbread is cooking, go ahead and chop up your holy trinity. You want your bell pepper, your onion, and your celery. For me, I don't like it chunky, so I dice mine a little small. But I do put a whole onion and a whole bell pepper and a couple of the sticks off the stalk of celery, and chop that up, because you're going to get ready to saute them down in some butter and some seasoning, because you're going to put that over in your dressing. And you want to saute them because you don't want a crunchy dressing. So you want them sauteed so they're soft and good. Now, if you don't like onions in your dressing at all, you can actually take this whole blend right here and blend it up in a blender and like puree it and just add it in there, and you'll still have the flavor of it without actually tasting the onions and the peppers and the celery itself. The cornbread is done. We about to crumble that up, but in the meantime, I'm sauteing these peppers, onions, and celery, and I added a little bit of minced garlic and some seasoning. So we're gonna saute these down and build this dressing. Go ahead and crumble up your cornbread. Once you get that, while your onions and peppers are sauteing, go ahead and crumble up your cornbread. Them saute, now they sauteing, as you can see, they done got a little softer, but I need them a little softer because I don't want nothing crunchy. Don't give me no crunchy dressing, baby. So I done began to mix it up. What I did was I added the peppers, onions, and celery to the cornbread, and I added a little bit more seasoning. Sage is your most key ingredient, most key seasoning. But the thing with sage is you don't want to overdo it, because if it's over sage, which sage is powerful, throw the whole dressing away. So be careful with that. Do it to your liking. That's why I say taste your food as you're cooking. Now what I'm going to do is start adding the chicken and turkey stock to it to mix it in, and then I'm going to put it in the oven. And another thing about making dressing, so you want to get it to a certain consistency too. A lot of y'all use cream of mushroom or cream of chicken in y'all's. Like where I'm from, we don't do that. Your broth is enough. And the thing is, to make a good dressing like that, you cannot use cream of mushroom and all of that, and then you can't be using the store-bought broth. Like you have to boil chicken out the bone. Make your stock from scratch, and then you make enough stock, it's not gonna dry out, but it's gonna be just right. You ain't gotta add all that cream. But I'm not saying people who put cream of mushroom and chicken or whatever in y'all's, I'm not saying it's not good. What I'm saying is I'm going to always do it the way my queen taught me, my mama. The way my mama taught me, that's how I'm going to do it. She been doing it that way for 40 Thanksgivings that I've been living, and it ain't never failed us but once. And that was when she was drunk, honey, and messed around, put too much damn salt in the dressing, baby. Throw the whole thing away. But yeah, you don't need to like, yeah. Where I'm from, we don't do that, baby. Real old school about that thing. Real old school about that thing. And your dressing is made. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in the oven for like almost an hour. From anywhere from like 45 minutes to an hour. Because I like mine a certain way. Like I told y'all, I like it a little mushy. But I like it stiff enough the way you can cut it out and not scooping it out with a spoon. I'm sorry. Now with the chicken and the turkey wing part things, I'm going to shred all the meat off of there. Use the rest of the stock that's in here because, see, I told y'all I'm deep frying the turkey wings. So I didn't do a whole turkey so I don't have the giblets. What I'm going to do is shred the meat off of here, make a gravy from the stock, and put the meat over in the gravy to put over your dressing and your rice. And just like that, your cornbread dressing is done. So I'm letting these onions and bell peppers in this gravy get soft. And then I got that boiled eggs in there too, because you got to have the gravy with the egg in it. And then I'm frying up these wings. They deep frying now. This is my first time deep frying turkey wings, so we about to see what it's going to give. This is my first time doing fried turkey wings. So these are the fried turkey wings. And what I'm going to do is do a Cajun butter sauce over the top of them once they're done. And then the last thing I'm going to do right here is do this dressing. I crunched up the egg, chopped up the eggs to put in here. Then I'm going to make a flour and water thickening to put in here so it'll make the gravy thick. And I'm going to do some green beans with potatoes in them and some rice. So I finished the turkey wings with the Cajun butter sauce over the top, and then I'm doing the green beans with potatoes, and I'm finally finna do the gravy finally. But I'm proud of myself with these wings. They turned out good. And a rotisserie chicken and the dressing. The gravy done.
I seen them for myself, so I know the bitch got paid for.